Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, both down in Florida at the exact same time. Caitlin Clark, the basketball phenom turned golf prodigy, just set the sports world on fire again. At the prestigious Anika Pro-Am, Caitlin's jaw-dropping golf performance left fans speechless. So Caitlin Clark's round of golf has finished today, and the LPGA completely showed up the WNBA here. Her critics, especially Angel Reese, are scrambling for explanations. This isn't just about golf. This is a clash of greatness versus envy, talent versus turmoil. Angel Reese was just at a Magic game down in Orlando, Florida. Guess who they were playing? The Indiana Pacers. Caitlin's ability to shine across sports has not only earned her accolades, but has also intensified the spotlight on her fiercest rival, Angel Reese, whose erratic actions and recent controversies have raised eyebrows. The sight of Caitlin dominating on the green has sparked a frenzy, with even basketball superstar Aya Wilson reacting in disbelief. But for Angel Reese, once a rising star in women's basketball, Caitlin's unstoppable momentum isn't just a problem, it's a nightmare. The proximity of their paths in Florida adds fuel to the fire, with Reese's questionable presence near Caitlin sparking debates about obsession and jealousy. While Caitlin basks in the glow of her multifaceted brilliance, her haters seem caught in the shadow of her success, exposing their insecurities for the world to see. Caitlin Clark isn't just redefining what it means to be a top athlete, she's proving that true greatness leaves no room for excuses, and Angel Reese is feeling the heat. The stage is set for a showdown of skill, reputation, and ambition. But one thing is clear, Caitlin is a hero, and she's making sure everyone knows it. Caitlin Clark is no longer just the face of women's basketball, she's becoming a global sports phenomenon. Her breathtaking debut at the prestigious Anika Pro-Am showcased not only her adaptability, but her unrelenting commitment to excellence in any field she chooses to conquer. Known for her on-court genius, Caitlin's golf game demonstrated the same focus, precision, and competitive spirit that make her unstoppable in basketball. Her performance wasn't just another headline, it was a declaration. Caitlin Clark is a force beyond boundaries, and the world is watching. As Caitlin stood on the green, effortlessly outplaying expectations, the buzz of admiration from fans was matched by whispers of disbelief among her detractors. Angel Reese, once considered her rival, now finds herself at the center of speculation and scrutiny. The stark contrast between these two athletes couldn't be more glaring. While Caitlin dominates headlines for her brilliance and versatility, Angel's name is increasingly tied to drama, erratic behavior, and unflattering rumors that only tarnish her image further. Angel's recent controversies, from her absences in critical LSU games to public meltdowns, have overshadowed what was once a promising career. But what has fueled the fire even more is her peculiar proximity to Caitlin during these events. Both athletes were in Florida during Caitlin's golf performance. Caitlin for her iconic showing at the Anika Pro-Am, and Angel for an Orlando Magic game. Fans quickly noted the coincidence and began asking uncomfortable questions. Why was Angel seen near Caitlin at multiple unrelated events? Why would she appear so close to Caitlin's spotlight without clear personal or professional reasons? This proximity has sparked rumors of jealousy, obsession, or even an unsettling fixation on Caitlin's success. Social media has exploded with speculation, with many pointing out Angel's cryptic posts and suggestive captions as signs of her frustration and envy. While Caitlin stays silent and lets her achievements do the talking, Angel's erratic behavior tells a much louder story. For her, the rivalry that once seemed confined to the basketball court now appears to extend into every aspect of Caitlin's burgeoning career, even her foray into golf. The tension between Caitlin and Angel isn't just a private matter, it's becoming a public spectacle. Their on-court clashes once brought attention to women's basketball in a positive way, inspiring fans and young athletes alike. But now, the rivalry has taken a darker turn. Caitlin continues to rise as a symbol of excellence and grace, while Angel appears caught in a spiral of controversies that make her seem less like a competitor and more like an antagonist. As Caitlin's fame and influence grow, her poise under pressure shines even brighter. In stark contrast, Angel's actions, from cryptic messages to suspicious appearances, only add to the narrative that she's struggling to handle Caitlin's meteoric success. It's a rivalry that's shifted from courtside drama to an all-out saga of ambition, insecurity, and dominance. Caitlin's golf debut is more than just a milestone in her career, it's a statement. She's proving that her greatness isn't limited to basketball and that true champions thrive wherever they go. Angel, meanwhile, is left grappling with the pressure of being overshadowed at every turn, her own narrative slipping further out of her control. For Caitlin Clark, it's clear. Her journey is one of triumph. For Angel Reese, it's becoming harder to tell whether she's still in the race or simply chasing shadows. Caitlin Clark's dazzling golf performance at the Onica Pro Am wasn't just a personal achievement. It sent shockwaves through the sports world. Competing alongside seasoned golfers, Caitlin didn't just hold her own. She excelled. Her swings were precise, her composure unmatched, and her ability to adapt to a different competitive environment was nothing short of extraordinary. For an athlete to seamlessly dominate two entirely different sports is almost unheard of, but Caitlin made it look effortless. The reaction to her success was as monumental as the feat itself. Fans erupted with praise, calling her a generational talent, while fellow athletes, including basketball star Aya Wilson, expressed their amazement. The moment underscored that Caitlin isn't just redefining women's sports, she's becoming a benchmark for greatness across all of athletics. While Caitlin's golf triumph won her applause, it cast an even harsher light on her critics, especially Angel Reese. Angel's recent struggles have been magnified by Caitlin's success. As Caitlin ascends to unprecedented heights, Angel's erratic decisions and suspicious actions have taken center stage in a way that reflects poorly on her. For instance, Angel's appearance at unrelated events during Caitlin's time in Florida only fueled speculation. While Caitlin was making headlines for her extraordinary golf performance, Angel was spotted at a nearby Orlando Magic game, an appearance that seemed more about proximity than purpose. Fans couldn't help but question whether Angel was deliberately placing herself near Caitlin to reignite their rivalry or perhaps to draw attention to herself in Caitlin's shadow. Caitlin has managed her rising fame with grace and professionalism, avoiding distractions and focusing solely on her craft. Her tight-knit team has ensured her safety amid reports of stalking and heightened public attention. Angel, on the other hand, appears to be unraveling under the spotlight. Cryptic social media posts and emotional outbursts have left fans and analysts wondering whether she's losing control, unable to cope with the pressure of being compared to someone as exceptional as Caitlin. While Caitlin's golf achievements demonstrate her ability to shine on a new stage, they've also deepened the narrative of her rivalry with Angel. It's a rivalry that once electrified the basketball court, but now seems to exist entirely off it, fueled by jealousy, insecurity, and the undeniable fact that Caitlin is pulling ahead, not just as an athlete, but as a global icon. The time given has given critics plenty to dissect. Her absence from key LSU games, combined with her questionable presence near Caitlin's events, paints a picture of someone desperate to stay relevant as her rival's star continues to rise. Whether these actions are intentional or simply coincidental, the optics are impossible to ignore. Angel's presence, devoid of a clear purpose, only deepens the perception that she's struggling to find her footing as Caitlin leaves her in the dust. Adding to the drama are Angel's cryptic social media posts, which some fans interpret as veiled shots at Caitlin or cries for attention. While Caitlin celebrates her victories with humility and a focus on her craft, Angel's online behavior seems aimed at stirring controversy, reigniting old tensions, and keeping the spotlight on their rivalry, a rivalry that Caitlin no longer seems to entertain. Ultimately, Caitlin's golf highlights didn't just showcase her athletic prowess. They revealed the stark differences in how these two athletes are handling the pressure of fame. Caitlin thrives under the weight of expectation, continuing to break barriers and win accolades. Angel, meanwhile, struggles to find a way to match Caitlin's success or carve her own path outside their shared narrative. As Caitlin continues her ascent, Angel's attempts to stay in her orbit only seem to magnify the gap between them, a gap that grows wider with every swing of Caitlin's club. What started as one of the most exciting rivalries in women's basketball has now morphed into a spectacle of stark contrasts, with Caitlin Clark standing as the clear victor. Once celebrated as fierce competitors who elevated the sport with their heated matchups, Caitlin and Angel now seem to be walking entirely different paths that reveal more about their personal and professional trajectories than their on-court battles ever could. Caitlin's rise is nothing short of meteoric. She has transformed from a basketball powerhouse into a multi-sport sensation, earning widespread acclaim for her ability to shine in any arena. Her golf debut wasn't just a novelty, it was a masterclass in how natural talent, combined with relentless dedication, can break boundaries. This ability to dominate across sports has only cemented her place as a once-in-a-generation athlete. For Angel Reese, however, the rivalry has taken on a life of its own, one that appears to exist almost entirely in the shadows of Caitlyn's accomplishments. As Caitlyn's name lights up headlines for her achievements, Angel seems to surface only when tied to controversy or speculation. Her unexplained absences from key LSU games and her erratic behavior have made her a magnet for criticism, with many wondering if she's struggling under the weight of comparisons to Caitlyn. The tension between them reached a fever pitch in Florida, where their paths suspiciously crossed during Caitlyn's groundbreaking golf performance. While Caitlyn was dominating on the green, Angel was spotted at events nearby, with no clear professional reason for her presence. This proximity fueled speculation. Was Angel deliberately placing herself near Caitlyn to reignite their rivalry, or worse, out of a personal obsession? The speculation only grew louder when fans noticed Angel's cryptic social media posts during this time, some of which seemed to contain veiled references to Caitlyn. These actions have sparked debates that go beyond sports. Fans and analysts alike are asking, how much of this is driven by envy? Is Angel attempting to cling to relevance by aligning herself with Caitlyn's skyrocketing fame, or is something deeper at play? Caitlyn's success has undoubtedly put Angel in a difficult position, forcing her to reckon with the reality that their careers are no longer moving in tandem. While Caitlyn has maintained a composed silence, letting her accomplishments speak for themselves, Angel's behavior has grown more erratic and public. Her emotional outbursts, particularly those captured on social media, suggest a rivalry that has spiraled far beyond professional competition. What was once seen as a clash of equals on the basketball court has devolved into a story of one athlete soaring to new heights and another seemingly struggling to keep up. What makes this even more troubling is the potential toll it's taking on both women. For Caitlyn, the allegations of stalking have introduced an unsettling new layer to her rise. Reports suggest that her team has had to increase security, an unfortunate but necessary step to ensure her safety as she navigates fame. This casts a shadow over her triumphs, forcing her to contend with distractions and concerns that no athlete should have to face. For Angel, the implications of her actions could be career-defining. Whether or not the rumors of stalking are true, the optics alone are damaging. Her presence near Caitlyn during such a pivotal moment in her career has led to intense scrutiny, with many questioning her motives and state of mind. It's a stark departure from the promising athlete who once stood as Caitlyn's fiercest rival on the court. Meanwhile, their rivalry, once a thrilling storyline for women's basketball, risks overshadowing the sport itself. What should be a celebration of athletic excellence and competitive spirit is increasingly being viewed as a personal feud that threatens to undermine the progress both athletes have made for women's sports. Caitlyn's ability to stay above the fray only adds to her appeal, while Angel's involvement in these controversies threatens to tarnish her legacy. As Caitlyn continues to shatter expectations, her rivalry with Angel has become less about competition and more about contrasting character arcs. Caitlyn's journey is one of resilience, focus, and triumph, while Angel's appears to be marked by missteps, frustration, and a growing inability to step out of Caitlyn's shadow. For fans, it's a stark reminder that greatness isn't just about talent. It's about how you handle the pressures and challenges that come with it. With every success Caitlyn achieves, the gap between her and Angel widens, turning their rivalry into a dramatic tale of ambition, envy, and the price of fame. The question now is whether Angel can reclaim her narrative, or if Caitlyn's dominance will leave her former rival permanently in the rearview mirror. Caitlyn Clark's journey from basketball superstar to multi-sport icon is a story that continues to captivate the world. Her performance at the Anika Pro Am wasn't just another achievement. It was a bold statement that she's redefining athletic excellence. With every step she takes, Caitlyn raises the bar, not just for herself, but for athletes everywhere. Her resilience, focus, and ability to shine in the face of pressure have made her a symbol of inspiration and a true hero in the world of sports. But while Caitlyn climbs higher, her critics and rivals, particularly Angel Reese, seem to be struggling to keep up. Angel's actions, her cryptic social media posts, suspicious proximity to Caitlyn during her time in Florida, and increasingly erratic behavior only reinforce the perception that she's caught in a spiral of frustration and jealousy. Once a worthy rival on the basketball court, Angel now finds herself entangled in controversies that overshadow her talent and threaten to derail her career entirely. Thanks you. Subscribe the channel.